Hi there, it's just gone 5:10 in the morning. That's Whitehills in the background going away. We're sailing off towards Inverness. We're doing about 5 knots. We've got the tide with us, the sails up, and I'm doing this solo today because Jacqueline and the others got a bit seasick yesterday, so they're going to take the bus. It's about 70 nautical miles. Now it is actually raining a bit at the moment, and we're not expecting any sun today, but if the winds stay like this, we shouldn't have to use the motor at all. It's coming up to 7 o'clock now, and we've been going along at an amazing pace of up to about 8 knots, averaging 6 to 7 knots. It's not stopped raining yet, but we're going so well that we should be in Inverness by the afternoon. This is a bit of a shame. It stopped raining, it's just after 7 o'clock, and the winds dropped down from touching 20 knots to now only just over 5 knots, and our speeds dropped down from top speed of 9.6 knots back there to now between 3 and 4 knots. Let's hope it starts raining again soon so the wind can pick up. Unfortunately it has started raining again, but the winds dropped right down, and so I've had to turn the torpedo on. I'm doing 2.7 knots, just under 400 watts of power. We don't have much capacity in the battery, so I'll keep it at very low power at the moment and hope the wind picks up soon. Well, it's nearly 8 o'clock now, and the wind's picked up again, so we've turned the torpedo off, and we're going at a bit over 4 knots, just under sail. And this is a really beautiful coastline. We've even got mountains in the distance, and sand. A massive bay here with a lighthouse at the end of it, and then out that way would be Denmark, and going up you'd find Norway. It's 8:15. The wind's dropped down again. Sometimes it's saying 0 knots. You can see the sea is pretty smooth, so we've got about 400 watts of torpedo going, and we're doing 3.5 knots. I've put the panels up as best I can and put these 200 watts of panels out. We're charging at 23.8 watts at the moment, which isn't very much, but if the sun does come out, then we'll probably be charging at about as much as we're taking out of the batteries. Let's hope either the sun comes out or the wind picks up, and it's still raining. 10:15 now, and we're just passing Lossiemouth Lighthouse. As we turn to the left now, we've sped up a bit because the wind is across us instead of behind us. So we're doing 4.2 knots. We've still got the torpedo going a bit, but I think I'm going to turn that off now. Hopefully we can keep up at least 3 knots just under the wind. And it's not even raining. The sun's even trying to come out. This is it. The sun's breaking through the clouds. We're doing around about 2.2 knots with about 250 watts of torpedo. We've got these panels in the sun, even some of these panels up here. So we're making 286, 290 watts. So we're making more power than we're using, which means the batteries are charging whilst the torpedo's still running. Unfortunately, it's 0 knots of wind. It's about 4:30. We've got 5 or 6 miles to go till the mouth of the Ness, and the tide turns in 2 hours' time. So this is perfect timing. We're just sailing along with a few knots here. Now, this is looking north, and I think I saw a minke whale. I've certainly seen a lot of dolphins, and there was even the tail fin of something much bigger. And apparently there were a minke whale here, so I think I've just seen my first minke whale. They're not showing up now though, unfortunately. And I find this hard to believe. There's not really much sun, but we're charging at around about 100 watts, maybe even a bit more. 107 watts, 108. This means that a few hours of this will give us another hour of torpedo at 400 watts, which is great because our batteries are running pretty low at the moment. This is beautiful, sailing at about 3.5 knots. That's the mouth of the River Ness over there, still about 5 miles away. But the sun's out, just. And so we're charging nicely, and the mountains are all around, as is the rain actually. It's still raining a bit. We've got a dolphin alongside us. A massive one. Oh, more dolphins. We're just entering the harbour here, so it's just before 6:45. Multiple dolphins. Whoa! So many of them. Even on top of each other. Ooh, getting very close to the boat there. I'm sure I'll keep out of the way of it. Not coming up the other side. I wonder if they like the sound of the torpedo. Oh, and just like that, they've gone. It's 6:30, and just a few minutes early we're entering the harbour. So this is the buoy that marks the shallows in the middle of the channel going into the harbour. And we're going to go to the south of that. And then after that it's just a hop, skip and a jump till we get to the marina. And finally we've arrived in Inverness. Took a lot longer than I expected. Nearly dark.